walking around in this water village, this houses on stilts, and we're at sea, and we're heading out to look out for population of crocodiles that are in Sandakan. With me today are wildlife enforcers and a veteran researcher from one of the universities. I can already tell this is going to be quite the journey. It's a bit of rain coming down, but what's rain? Can't wait! Kami sekarang berada di kawasan hutan simpan paya bakau, ditemani pegawai-pegawai hidupan liar dan juga Profesor Abdul Hamid untuk mengenali ciri-ciri habitat buaya yang dikatakan di Sabah ini puratanya terdapat 3 hingga 5 ekor. Tidak kira saiz, besar atau kecil, per kilometer. Jadi itulah populasi buaya yang mungkin kita dapat cari hari ini.
It is an amazing animal. Bukan senang kita nak jumpa satu spesies binatang yang tak mati-mati. You know, it live 70 years, 80 years and continue growing in those period of time. That gives you the opportunity to see giants. Saya fikir dia binatang yang menakjubkan. It deserves to be respected.
So we were done with the first part of the scene, part of the day. We're told the high tide, we're not going to be able to find any crocodiles for now, so we're going to continue on later tonight. We have low tides and hopefully we can find some crocs. We have to head back. We're going to go to one of the villages that has seen crocodile attacks, and we're going to talk to the villagers and see the situation over there. My day continues. Hi, we're at the village. Right now we're doing a scene. We're reenacting one of the villagers. It's actually a fisherman and he was attacked. What he described, a 15-footer of a crocodile. We're reenacting it right now and we're halfway through.
We may be a small production, but these senior crew members can take whatever scene I throw at them. This in itself is an adventure as a challenge, and we happily take it.
We have an escort because this really is a dangerous area. It's crocodile infested, so we have help from the authorities. All safety measures are observed, and yeah, this is exciting. Last time around, we filmed the crocodile conflict in Sabah, and this is how the reenactment turns out.
Masa itu, saya sudah habis merambat, saya mengasih naik rambat dan mengeluarkan udang. Saya membelakangkan air. Saya pun tidak boleh dapat lari di mana-mana. Saya terkejut. Dan saya sadar, pemangsa ada di belakang saya. Saya melihat dia di belakang, saya pusing muka saya, menghadap sama dia, lalu dia tutup mulutnya, terus turun ke air. Mungkin nasib sudah menyebelai saya. Jangan disangkakan air yang tenang tiada buaya. Sebagai nelayan kami tidak boleh juga menyuruh tembak, menyuruh tangkap. Disebabkan pemangsa ini adalah seperti manusia juga, dia akan berdendam kepada kita berbuat jahat sama dia.
Our journey continues. As night falls, zoologist Professor Abdul Hamid joined us to show his survey method, having published papers to address this conflict.
Turun kita. Bismillah.
With only 2 small boats to film, we tried to make things work.
Supaya kalau anak saya tangkap lah. Kalau besar saya cakap Assalamualaikum sama dia. Dia pergi yang dekat ni dulu, dia yang kecil tu.
Only 5 minutes from the jetty, we found a massive croc. The story continues.
During this survey, you have to assign them according to the size class. That's why the leading boat, like our boat, we must get close to the animal first.
Kita sedang berenang bersama buaya yang dikatakan kelas 3 dalam 2 meter. sana saja. Dia dah submerge ya, Prof? Dia dah submerge.
Halfway into my Sabah human croc conflict, things are looking up for a survey, having found a massive croc 5 minutes away from the jetty. Didn't take long before we found yet another big one.
Tu Ashraf.
Wow.
This one is about 2 meters. Yes. So this is already class 3.
Our findings so far solidifies the community's evidence of dangerous reptiles lurking in their waters. Professor Abdul Hamid's study since 1989 found 3 to 5 crocodiles per kilometer in Sabah rivers and water bodies. Used to be hunted generations ago, it seems they're out for vengeance, killing humans each year. As our journey continues, Professor Abdul Hamid urges the crew to keep a distance and keep things dark. It's down to me to film the next scene.
Tu nak tengah-tengah tu besar tu. Ya. Selalunya dia akan tenggelam lah, tapi cuba kita tuju dia.
Cruising along Sabah waters, twilight looms. Filming human croc conflict, my adventure with Professor Abdul Hamid continues.
Buat survey dalam bulan Januari macam sekarang kan. So most of the animals that we will see are hatchlings. You can see the eyes at the water's edge. Got it.
Jam 4 pagi 15 minit setelah kita mula perjalanan dari jeti, 3 ekor buaya besar kelas 1 dan kelas 3 telah dijumpai, dan ini kali ni yang kita nampak tadi, Profesor Abdul Hamid telah dapat menggunakan tangannya untuk tangkap sendiri anak buaya tembaga ni.
Kalau kita tangkap saja, kalau dia bau sangat menetas, kita jangan bagi mulut dia terbuka. Pasal bila dia berbunyi, ini stress call ni. Dia akan, pasal kita pegang dia, dan induk dia yang dekat-dekat tu akan cuba defend lah. Tapi jaranglah jadi begitu. Cuma kita hati-hati bila kita tangkap anak buaya ni, kita pegang gigi dia. Ini yang 4 begini ni, ini menunjukkan dia tu buaya tembaga lah. Dekat sungai di negeri Sabah ni, kita ada satu saja spesies, iaitu buaya tembaga. Ada satu lagi buaya yang direkodkan di Borneo, iaitu buaya julung-julung, ataupun di Semenanjung panggil buaya junjulung lah. Dia punya muncung ni panjang sikit, dan dia tu hidup di sungai air tawar dan di kawasan-kawasan paya. Memang direkodkan di Borneo, tapi kalau kita ikut laporan, saya ingat lebih sikit daripada 100 tahun lah yang tak ada rekod baru yang orang tengok buaya junjulung tu.
Wow, ini dia pengalaman pertama dan baru buat saya, amat istimewa. Siapa sangka yang kecil seperti ini sekarang populasinya mencecah ribuan, dan biarpun dikatakan ada konflik, tapi ini buaya ni sangat indah, satu spesies yang amat istimewa, bagaikan dinosaur zaman lampau. Kita boleh buat sesuatu, saya percaya, Prof percaya, sesuatu boleh dilakukan untuk kita coexist, untuk mengurangkan konflik ini. See you soon.
Bye buddy.
See you, buddy. There it goes. Wow. Perjalanan diteruskan.
Ya, kita cari satu lagi.
Kita cari lagi. Baik.
Ya, kita pergi ilir lah. Ilir.
As our mission pierces the night silence, my heart races with excitement. Deep in the village of Sabah, I'm on a crocodile-infested river in a tiny boat, forging bonds with locals and a seasoned zoologist. Together, we seek to protect humans from these ancient predators. The river teems with hatchlings, and even our crew boat shares in the catch. The professor explains that scientists spend thousands of hours gathering data from surveys like this. His dedication shines through in his on and off camera insights, offering a wealth of knowledge that extends beyond the film.
Dia makan. Dia makan anak udang. Now it's moving. 3 tu nah, satu lagi. So 6 ekor. This is so easy.
Tapi kami first time ni tangkap begini.
Kecuali kalau terlambat lah, apa memang kalau enggak,
Ini tabiat anak buaya lah. Dia memang dia tak lari daripada kita. Jadi kuat laki lah malam ni kita dapat tangkap. It was so easy. Saya tak pernah lah saya tangkap anak buaya that easy lah until this moment. Repeated spotlight survey dalam setahun kita buat sekurang-kurangnya 10 kali untuk sungai yang sama lah. Musim-musim yang lain yang hatchling dah tak ada, masa tu kita nampak kelas 3, kelas 4 dan EO ni eyes only. Itu biasanya buaya besar lah. Dan dia akan bagi kita pemberat yang lebih bermakna lah kepada saiz populasi. Daripada perkiraan ahli-ahli ekologi buaya ni, anak buaya dia punya kadar kemandirian dia 1-2% saja. Daripada beribu-ribu tu yang ditelurkan setiap tahun tu, cuma 1 atau 2% saja yang nanti akan jadi buaya dewasa lah.
Our survey continues dead in the night. Along the Batang River, where fishermen catch freshwater prawns for a living, rising crocodile population reigns the food chain. Veteran zoologist Professor Abdul Hamid said the biggest solution is controlled harvest as an economic source, a strategic move applied worldwide under the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, or CITES.
Membesar sebagai Johan. Okay, bismillah. Bye-bye. Go! Nampak tak? Ada viewers. Satu lagi.
Back on land, we stole a quick nap, and by sunrise, we're back on the boat with wildlife authorities to look for the predators reported by the fishermen. The solution for controlled harvest of crocodiles falls under CITES, which regulates trade in specimens of 38,000 species. It ensures international trade does not threaten their survival in the wild. Veteran wildlife officer Jasni Ginsos is one of the few sharpshooters who answered to desperate calls from crocodile attacks throughout Sandakan.
Lebih 1 kilometer kita menelusuri sungai ini dan lebih setengah jam masih tiada lagi yang timbul. Ada, tu baru nak naik. Kami menunggu di sini. Kita matikan enjin bot dengan harapan kawasan ini laporan yang dilaporkan keluar-keluar di sini, buaya-buaya ada keluar di sini. Kami sedang menunggu. Sedikit lagi.
Hours passed. Not a single croc surfaced. It wasn't until 3 p.m. that I received a video message from Asis, the fisherman.
di depan JT sih ya, tapi tidak berapa besar lah, lebih kurang 8 kaki. Tidak berapa jauh dari JT.
After an excruciating 8 hours, it's 4 o'clock. We got an emergency call from one of the villagers, one of the boatmen that followed us this morning. One of the crocodiles finally surfaced, and I'm not making this up. I really have to whisper. We're still waiting for the authorities to come. They may be about 20 minutes out. I hope we get our shot. The crew and I rushed back to the village, and my cameraman managed to film the reptile on the riverbank. But as we waited for the authorities, the crocodile slipped back into the murky waters. Time remains the enemy when it comes to emergency calls. Authorities try their best to resolve each case, but so far, if they're unable to find the predator, they would leave traps and continue with follow-ups on the matter until it is resolved.
Yang lama-lama punya balakan dipaku sana, baru dia sambung sematali lah sana tu.
We had no choice but to wait again. In the meantime, the professor sat down with the locals. He said the lack of basic facilities like household plumbing forced people to rely on rivers to bathe and run chores. Their only choice is to stay away from the crocodile-infested waters.
It's 6:05. The sun is about to set and I'm still hopeful. I'm still waiting. I have 25 minutes left. I really hope we'll get this visual. I've come so far, but it's nature and you can't control it, and I guess it's part of the adventure. But I can't come home empty-handed. "25 minutes.
Bitter pill to swallow, but nature cannot be forced. Asis did his part, showing us a handful of evidence. Even with us there, he knows the threat remains. Hopelessness reigns. Just as I thought my exploration was over, I was invited to unravel the long-lost legend of a tribe in Sabah, once known as the Crocodile Hunters.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Ya. Waalaikumsalam. Ayo kita pergi sana. Cerita-cerita.
Terima kasih.
With the help from an elder statesman of the Tidong ethnic, we met one of the last Tidong who inherited crocodile hunting skills.
Sebetulnya kita bernasib baik pada hari ini karena kita dapat berjumpa dengan Encik Mail Bata. Beliau merupakan antara generasi terakhir yang mempunyai pengalaman untuk menangkap buaya ni. Kerana beliau mempunyai pengalaman menangkap buaya lebih kurang 20 atau 30 tahun dahulu. Walaupun pada masa sekarang ini beliau tidak mengamalkannya, tetapi kerana pengalaman beliau, saya ingat kita boleh kongsikan bersama agar beliau dapat bercerita mengenai pengalaman-pengalaman beliau yang telah lalui sama-sama menangkap buaya satu ketika dahulu.
Berhubungan dengan buaya ini memang kalau usul asal dia memang kita ada hubungan dengan buaya ini. Tetapi yang sebetulnya daripada yang awal-awal saya cakap tadi, contoh kita memang kita perlu peralatan. Sebab ini buaya bukan macam yang biasa. Adakah misalnya itu aku bilang selamat sudah kita. Tapi itulah.
Minum dulu kita.
This is their home. This is the living room, and I think that's where everybody meets. And this is the amazing kitchen. So they still live in coastal areas, and they farm and they're fishermen. But the most unique thing was 500-600 years ago, they hunt crocodiles for a living. And this is the Tidong. Tidung. Amazing people. Amazing history. Amazing culture. Hi, hello, welcome to the third day of my expedition. I am about an hour away from Sandakan. This is a very special moment. We found one of the lesser known tribes in Sabah, and they were crocodile hunters back in the day. And this, it took over an hour just negotiating for a bit of demonstration of what they do, because the history dated back hundreds of years ago, and then Islam came to Sabah, and most of these people are Muslims, and they put all of their beliefs, some of it away, and it's really literally the final generation was 50 years ago, and we found one of the last people who learned the process of hunting crocodiles, and he's let it go, and we negotiated for about an hour, and he's willing to show the best way he can, and we're gonna head out. one of the unique things that was shared was this amazing weapon. Apa namanya tadi? Tempuling. So this was used in one of the hunts. Once they call out the crocodiles, they will. It's like a spear, a really tiny spear. They don't use this to kill, but they use this to drag the crocodiles back home because they don't eat crocodile meat. They sell it. Because even 50 years, 100 years back, they're already Muslims, but they're well known back then as crocodile hunters. Not many people know about this, and this is Sandakan.
A half-hour drive took us to an empty estuary, where fresh water meets the salty open sea. Initially reluctant, Tidong village chief Mail Bata seemed spirited, perhaps the excitement of reliving his youth.
Saya punya umur 17 tahun, bapak tiri saya kasih serba sedikit itu pengalaman dan juga ilmu-ilmu sedikit dia untuk menangkap buaya ini. Waktu saya di Sagama, jadi saya bawa di sini di Kampung Dandulit. Pasal saya sudah menetap di sini, saya bawa di Kampung Dandulit ini. Apapun pencarian itu saya ikut. Jadi apapun orang minta tolong dengan saya menangkap buaya yang di baham-baham itu buaya itu saya tolong. Itu kulit dia berharga. Dia sebagai dijual, dia pakai insi. Dia satu insi dulu menjangkau 15 atau 14 ringgit satu insi. Cara dia kami mengambur dengan beras kuning di air kami minta. Sebab ini kununnya daripada pelajaran saya, daripada diturunkan oleh arwah bapak saya, diturunkan itu barang memang ada. Mesti kau mau minta. Dia ada hantu dan juga kita mesti mau minta kalau kita mau ambil sama dia. Begitu. Jadi kita ambur dengan beras kuning, kita anukan air itu, kita pegangkan dulu air itu, salamkan air itu atas nama dia, baru kita ambur, baru kita minta. Ini saya mintalah kamu keluar, jangan banyak. Dia minta kamu keluar 2-3 saja. Untuk membuktikan apa yang saya panggil sebab kami ini. Ini sabuhum kadusum badihum. Inilah nama-nama kami ini. Inilah tanda kita mau menjumpa sama kau ini. Saya pakai baras kuning, nur putih cahaya kuning. Namanya ini. Assalamualaikum. Ya, namamu. Kau buktikanlah apa yang kau. La ilaha illallah Muhammad.
As a faithful Muslim, Ma'il's calls are likened to prayer, reciting verses from the Quran. From conversations I had with the professor, it's surprising that the Tidong once solved this conflict centuries ago. Their livelihood as crocodile hunters was the answer to present-day conflict. When it comes to protecting oneself from attacks, Ma'il talks about kapunan, a term where you have to accept hospitality offered. For instance, you cannot say no or ignore when someone offers to buy lunch. Not only is it bad luck, the crocs can sense this and more likely to attack you.
Kalau kita sudah memburu, jangan terlampau sumbar kita punya perkataan, jangan kita kapunan. Itu bagi saya mencari ini, yang pengalaman saya berapa 10 tahun ke 20 tahun itu, jangan kita kapunan dan juga jangan terlampau tinggi perkataan kita. Contohnya kita sudah jalan, mesti kita dapat. Tidak boleh kita cakap begitu. Sebab ini berpandukan dengan dia jagaan dia satu, kedua daripada rezeki kita daripada Allah.
Why the skills end with Ma'il, he said the job came with a curse. He was doomed to hunt crocs all his life. And he doesn't want that for his kids.
Kalau yang percakapan kami ini, perkataan yang dulu punya panas. Sebab panas, apapun ilmu yang orang dulu tidung pigang, memang panas. Bukan panasnya matahari, tetapi panas sebagai pencarian. Susah. Itulah saya cakap, kalau arwah bapak saya cakap, memang kalau kau mau ilmu ini semua sama kau satu baju, satu seluar. Itu saja. Sebab dia, time kau dapat, ini hari kau dapat 2-3 ekor. Harga dia menjangkaukan macam contoh 1.000, 1.000 lebih. Tidak lama habis. Itulah saya tidak mau kasih turunkan dengan anak saya, anak cucu. Sebab ini biarlah saya yang pegang. Habis itu saya pun sudah buang. Saya saya sudah kasih tahu memang saya sudah buang itu yang panasnya, yang bikin cara-caranya penangkapan itu masih saya pegang.
Despite Mail's calls, no crocs came our way. However, I'm happy and honored to be able to film this rare gem of an indigenous culture. Addressing this issue, the Sabah government has offered permits to harvest crocodiles in conflict areas since 2022. The permit charges 150 ringgit per crocodile. However, my contacts from the wildlife department said applications remain low.
Saya minta dengan pihak yang berkuasa, buruh yang bengis. Pasal tidak boleh kita sudah itu barang. Mungkin yang di sana pengalaman tiada di Kampung Sarawak kan, hanya diorang kata kita di sini kasar saja dia bawa. Memang kalau tidak pengalaman yang halus, bunuh saja. Minta kebenaran daripada penelitian.
As my expedition drew to a close, I was grateful for the hospitality offered by everyone I met. The locals, authorities, an academician, and an elder statesman came together to help me piece this spectacular story for all to enjoy. No staging, no scripted scenes. Nature proved to be a force to be reckoned with, and I respect it. For people like Mael and Asis, the fishermen, authorities still play a big role in maintaining peace between crocodiles and humans. But as the government allows controlled trade for these ancient reptiles, who knows if the Tidong culture can rise to its former glory as crocodile hunters.